boulder fell, pinning him down and crushing both of his legs. His hiking buddy tried to lift the 1-ton rock, but it was impossible, and the man was trapped all night. The next morning, his friend hiked back down the mountain to call for help. By the time rescuers came, he had been trapped for over 40 hours, and both his legs had to be amputated. But 10 months later, he was climbing mountains again with a modified wheelchair.
He woke up to banging coming from downstairs. The clock read 3:34 a.m. He checked his parents' room, empty. He went downstairs, but as he reached the living room, he saw men stealing the TV. Terrified, he ran upstairs and locked his door. Then the banging started. He woke up, believing it was a dream, but the clock still read 3:34 a.m. Scared, he went downstairs to reassure himself, but the men were in the kitchen yelling at his parents. He ran back upstairs just as the banging started. He woke up again. It was 3:34 a.m. This time, he stayed awake for 36 hours, haunted by the endless loop. The bear tore into the car, clawing the doors, ripping the seats, and scattering fur everywhere. The car owner reported the attack to his insurance agency, but investigators noticed something strange. Instead of the jagged gashes a real bear would leave, the claw marks were too neat and evenly spaced. When they looked closer at the footage, the bear's movements looked strange. And that's when they found the proof. Pictures of the man wearing a bear costume. He had damaged his own car dressed as a bear to get an insurance payout. But instead of getting paid, he was arrested. He broke into the car and began to drive away, but the car lurched to a sudden stop, and the doors locked on their own, trapping him inside, while hidden cameras recorded him as he started to panic. You see, police had previously placed valuable items in the back and left the keys inside, all to tempt someone to steal it. As they drove away, officers pressed a button that disabled the car, leaving the thief locked inside until officers pulled up to arrest him. And the footage from the hidden cameras became evidence in court, leading to dozens of convictions. Now, these traps did help cut down car thefts in some areas, but some believe that it isn't fair, saying police are tricking people into stealing. If you're trapped upside down on a roller coaster, blood starts pooling in your head within minutes, causing discomfort and pressure. After a while, this pressure could lead to headaches, dizziness, and potential vision issues due to the pressure behind your eyes. If you remain upside down for too long, oxygen can struggle to reach your brain, which could
30 minutes later
lead you to lose consciousness. In extreme cases, without intervention, serious brain damage or even death could occur within hours due to heart failure. A man got stuck in the middle of a water slide when he heard someone else coming down the slide behind him. Gaining speed rapidly, the person began to yell as he approached the man. But he couldn't move, and the person slammed into his back.
a few minutes later.
The impact immediately caused him to lose consciousness. Eventually, he woke up next to the pool, with injuries to his head, back, and shoulders. He did recover, but ended up suing the water park. If you peeled off all your skin, your body would lose moisture almost immediately, causing severe dehydration. Next, you'd have no barrier to stop bacteria, so infections would spread quickly through your body. And you'd also lose heat quickly, leading to hypothermia. Finally, exposed blood vessels would leak fluid, leading to shock, a drop in blood pressure that stops organs from working. And within hours, it would be impossible to
Many attempts to fix the past later
survive. They rang the doorbell and ran away, laughing as they hid nearby. But the homeowner inside was furious. He ran outside yelling and then jumped into his car.
The most powerful tornado in history is on its way. It's estimated to last for an entire month. Please take shelter, everyone.
The teens ran to their car, but he chased after them in the street. As they drove away, he caught up to them in his vehicle. Suddenly, he rammed his car into theirs, causing them to swerve off the road.
1,000 years later. The next morning, The next day in a parallel universe.
The car hit a tree and ended up killing 3 of them. If you lose your thumb and it's not able to be reattached, you'd probably think you'd be thumbless for the rest of your life. But that might not be true. You see, a doctor can actually take your toe from your foot and meticulously graft it onto your hand. Once it adapts and heals, the toe functions almost exactly like a thumb, giving grip and dexterity. They took his laptop and threw him inside a hotel room. You see, the teenager had been arrested for hacking a tech company, but his address and information were leaked online. So he was kept in this hotel room for his own safety. But with his iPhone, a smart TV device, and a keyboard, he hacked into Rockstar Games' private messages and posted nearly 100 clips of GTA 6, along with the actual game code. He was rearrested, and since the court decided he was a risk to the public,
24 hours later. 24 hours later. Later still. More laterer. The next morning. The next day in a parallel universe. The next day. The next day. One soggy week later. Many attempts to fix the past later. Many forks later. The next day.
he's now in a psychiatric hospital. He soaped up his legs and squeezed into a baby swing, hoping to win $100 from his friends. But he soon realized he was stuck. His friends abandoned him, leaving him alone in the park all night. For 9 hours, the man screamed for help, but nobody came.
97 words later.
Until the next morning when a groundskeeper found him. He called 911 and rescuers cut the swing off the chains. They took him to the hospital where doctors used a saw to free him, leaving him with swollen legs. The phone was dropped into the open pit toilet. The woman's husband jumped in to get it.
Later.
But the pit was full of toxic fumes, and as he breathed them in, he fell unconscious. Horrified, his mother went in to
Later still.
save him, but also collapsed. Then the woman and her father-in-law entered, but they both fainted from the poisonous gases. 2 neighbors tried to help, but it was too late.
One trip to the emergency room later.
They used ropes to pull all 6 people from the tank, but the first 2 people had already died, and the others fell seriously ill.